Hello, loves, and happy new moon solar eclipse in Gemini. Hopping on today to talk about the tarot archetypes related to Gemini energy. So we're in Gemini season. The sun's in Gemini, the moon's in Gemini, and so we're really touching upon these themes of the Lovers. This is the one related to Gemini in the tarot. And the Magus, the Magician. This is related to Mercury. So first of all, I'll just give a little word on Gemini. Gemini is, I always think about Gemini energy as like the butterfly, going from flower to flower. It's an air energy, so very communicative, and yeah, very stimulated, full of creativity, yeah, very exciting energy, and so usually in this season I get very like overstimulated, or like can lead towards anxiety or overwhelm, but I'm really deep in my grounding and embodiment practices and working a lot in the dirt, in the gardening, and I tell you, it makes a whole world of difference. So highly recommend these practices, whatever speaks to you, whatever works for you, that really gets you in your body, that really gets you in connection with the earth, like really grounded energy will help you ride the waves of this season if it's feeling very very frazzling for you or overwhelming. So I'll first start talking about the Lovers. We already touched upon this recently. So the Lovers, it's a number 6. Yeah, it's a very beautiful energy, talking about harmony. Yeah, number 6, about harmony, about being in relationship with, and yeah, the Lovers is all about relationship, of the, divine feminine and masculine, that sacred marriage within. So many lessons about that coming up right now, in myself, in my sisterhood, in the collective. Really about that mirroring aspect. Again, talking about that sacred mirror, that whatever is happening on the outside is really rooted from within. So all the love and beauty that we see without is really a reflection of the love and beauty that's within. And also taking a look at how our sacred marriage of our divine masculine and feminine within are working together or not. The harmony of that relationship. So the balance between the structure and the freedom, a very important flow to get into, and to check in with. And then, I'm called more to talk about Mercury actually right now, because there's a lot of energy in Mercury, and the Mercury Retrograde peak happening about now. There's a lot to download about that, and also with the eclipse, there's really this big kind of culmination shift right now. And so we'll talk about the Magician a little bit here. So the Magician is the card that is related to Mercury. The Magician, whenever I think about the Magician, it's all about word magic, right? And so it's about these stories that we tell ourselves, these mythologies that we have. And the eclipses are a time of review, Mercury retrograde as well. So I'm really feeling this energy really strong about past versions of self right now. Just taking a moment to see where were you 6 months ago, or even a year ago. I've been getting a lot of the year hits too, but 6 months is, it's been 6 months since the last eclipse season, and I can definitely see correlations with that as well. But just kind of taking a moment to let it really sink in, like how far you've come and what seeds have come to fruition now. And there's like this review and also kind of like closing out and beginning a new kind of energy right now. And so yeah, it's like noticing where you've grown past these old versions of yourself, these old stories of yourself, these old beliefs, and the dreams that you were calling in back then, and then just noticing what's here now. Sometimes we lose track of that. We're so in the day-to-day that we kind of like lose track and we get a little bit hung up on, oh yeah, I'm here now, and the place that you envision yourself or want to be, it feels so far away, and just like this gap, and yeah, it could bring about a kind of a not an alarm, but a urgency, like this urgent feeling of like, oh, like not fast enough or something like that. And it really helps to get that perspective of looking back over time, and then also like present and future, and being like, oh, okay, right. It's like all the things that I've done or accomplished or grown through or transformed with and into in the last 6 months since the last eclipse season, feeling those really big shifts coming in. And yeah, that could be a little bit, a little bit scary too. And it could be a grieving process as well. But it can also be very exciting to close out and to open up to the possibility of what's next, what's new, and really looking at specifically those stories that you have, those narratives that feel outdated, feel like you've grown out of them, feel like creating this space to breathe in, breathe out, and really let yourself see and vision into where it is that your mythology is taking you now. I mean, just before this eclipse season, I was dealing with a lot of, for example, like fog, or kind of like, oh, I don't know which way this is gonna go. There's so many different directions. And just having that practice of, coming back to the here and now, doing one step at a time, and just really making this spaciousness, really like committing to having this spaciousness and the space of listening, and listening to what feels good and what nourishes and what serves really. And then it opened up this whole thing where, I don't know about you, but I've been getting many big downloads, many big things coming in, projects, new life, and it's like so unexpected. So a lot of these things could be unexpected, but we can only really like hear that if we make the space and quiet down and listen for it, and so I'm gonna leave you with that for now. The other day, I had run into the foxes going by on the street. It was like last night, and there was these two foxes that came out of nowhere, and so I picked the fox medicine card from my animal spirit deck to see what that message was coming through that had to say. And the fox medicine is a really beautiful one. It's so much about that, about presence, like really full presence and really full listening. If you observe the way that a fox moves and like the energy of a fox, you can see how they're very aware of their surroundings, and it teaches about really trusting in your alignment, right? So there's this piece, that really wanted to speak and come through today as well for this discussion. So I'm bringing it in. It's again, I can't help but bring in that like axis of the Sagittarius energy too in this card. Art, temperance, the alchemical process, because it is the natural progression of the lovers. And so that's Gemini and Sagittarius axis right there. So I actually just discovered that today, and I found that super cool. So what happens here, it has to do with the alignment, the alignment of what it is that what are your pillars, like what is it that is at the root of what you want to create, again, with the Mercury card, with the Magician, the word magic, the way that we tell our stories, and we have such grand, like, creative potential in that, we are weaving these magical spells with the words that we speak, and with the language we use, and with the way we tell our stories. And so what are the pillars and foundations of the mythology, of the story that we want to live, that we choose to live, that feels like empowering and nourishing and inspiring, like this is divine play. This is divine play. And so how do we want to play? What do we want to create in this earth cosmic playground, right? And so we're talking about alignment with the fox energy, and with art, with temperance, with the Sagittarius energy, alignment, trusting that. So really getting clear and coming back to the root within of what is it that is truly aligned with you, really getting anchored in that. What is it that really feeds you? For me, two of my big foundational pillars are trust and truth, and you know what, play is so in there. It's like necessary, right, for me. And so if I keep this intention, these like words, these like vibrations, these feelings, these states of being as my root, as my foundation, as my pillars, and I create always from those spaces, it's like that is where I can start to trust in the alignment, of what's coming, because whatever we are, paying attention to, whatever we're investing our energy in, it's all about that give and take. So whatever it is that I'm resonating, I'm getting back, and that's the teaching also of art, temperance. It's, we show up fully with ourselves, like our full authentic selves. We offer that. And then this medicine of the surrender, it's like, okay, I'm showing up fully of myself. I have no idea what this is going to look like exactly, like I don't know the details. I don't know like the whole, all the steps. Like I'm here now. I see this bigger vision. I feel this inner alignment, this inner compass. And now the space, the structure and the space. It needs space to breathe. It needs space to grow. It needs space to flow, and having that space of listening as well, to hear the echo, to have space for other allies, other like co-creators, other like information, other inspiration, that at every step, different things can come in and alchemize and weave in, and that's how we can create from a place that is in alignment, and also is in play, and also is in cooperation, and also has this lightness about it, and this magic about it, the unknown, it's like we don't want to know how that's all gonna play out. Like that's no fun. It's about the journey and discovering along the journey, and this like curiosity and openness and playfulness that Gemini really brings to us, so really embracing that energy. So I wish you a beautiful moment. Plant those beautiful seeds for this new moon. Take the time to really take that time to review, where you've been and where you're envisioning going, and knowing that, yeah, like giving your past self gratitude and you know, encouragement, and using that as like the the relief and the surrender to the next cycle, like what's gonna be next, you know. It's like, I made it through all that. Look at the beautiful fruits that have come from here. Taking a moment to enjoy those fruits, you know, and yeah, calling in the next, calling in the new. So wishing you a beautiful, beautiful new moon solar eclipse in Gemini. Sending you all my love. If you connect with these readings, please subscribe on my YouTube channel below, hit that like button, share it with whoever you think would resonate, and yeah, who would benefit from these messages and these readings coming through, and offering from my heart. So much love. Until next time.